We all know by now that no business actually succeeds without the help of a whole army of people that actually support that business owner. So today we're talking about the 3 coaches that you need if you want to see success in your business. Let's get right into it. If you're new here, my name is Liz and I help coaches and consultants add video to their business. Be sure to subscribe so that you never miss any of my future content. Now, why am I making a video like this that has nothing to do with video strategy, video marketing, or any of that stuff? Well, I really like to share some of my thoughts around the whole aspect of building your business. Because in case you've been following me for any time, you might know that I used to have a 9-to-5 office job that I was at for decades before I actually started building my business. Left my office job and became full-time self-employed. It was not the easiest journey, but I do feel like as I develop as a business owner myself, there are so many valuable lessons that I can share with each of you in case you are going on the same journey. One thing that I feel really strongly about is that every business owner should invest in coaching for themselves so that they can develop and grow certain areas of their business. This is what today's video is about, because I really believe that if you're an entrepreneur who is starting your own business, there are 3 different types of coaches that you should absolutely expect to invest in if you want to see a sustainable, successful trajectory for your business. So let's jump into the first coach that you need. Now, the first type of coach that you really need is an inspirational guide. And you can bump into that person either accidentally just by going to a networking event or scrolling online and finding them, or you might very intentionally seek out somebody that you can invest in very, very early on in your journey. The whole point of that person being in your life is to kickstart your entrepreneurial passion, to give you some sense of guidance and direction so that you actually know which way you're headed. This is the person whose journey probably inspires you to the point that it makes your wheels start turning and making you consider that this journey is also possible for you. Now, in my life, the coach that filled that role was somebody named Vanessa Lau. I found her online because she has a really active YouTube channel. And what I realized about her is that there were a lot of parallels between herself and me in terms of having an active 9-to-5 job, feeling like she was working a lot and not really being satisfied professionally from what she was doing there, and feeling like she was always underpaid, overworked, and not really reaching her full potential. That's when I bumped into her, when I was exactly in that same situation at my job. So following her and understanding how she was building a business, what the steps were that she was taking in order to head in the right direction in the first place, that really inspired me to actually think about it myself. There was a point where the idea of even starting a business never, ever came across my mind. But from watching other people similar to Vanessa, it made it clear that if others are doing it, I could do it too. So this type of an inspirational guide should absolutely be in your life at this early stage of starting a business. You need to have somebody to point you in the right direction and give you an idea of what are the first few things that you need to work on, think about, brainstorm, how to position yourself, and get you actually dreaming long term. When you start a business, you don't actually know where that's going to head, even if you've got a 5 and 10-year vision for yourself. But an inspirational guide at the beginning of that journey can absolutely help to give you a bigger picture of what is actually possible for you in your life. So that's the first type of coach you definitely need. Now let's move on to the second one. The second type of coach that you absolutely need when you are starting and running your business is somebody to teach you the sales foundations. This is the person who is going to step into your life when you are ready to actually offer something to your audience, when you have your idea in mind and you are ready to actually do that work. Many people start businesses thinking that all of these steps come easily, but nowadays in the world of online business, the number of steps that you actually have to take to get traction, to build an audience, to build a brand, it's pretty significant. So this type of a sales foundation coach, their role is going to be to teach you how to get sales, how to actually market yourself, how to set up your systems in a way that you can sell things and take the payments from people for it, how you can show up in front of your audience in the best possible way, how you can use other tools and other resources like websites, social media, email marketing, all of that stuff. They're the person that's going to help you to get all of that in place. Learning those skills really requires getting out of your shell a little bit, getting a little bit more visibility, learning some new tech, learning how to automate different systems, sometimes trying different things that you've never done before in terms of marketing. So you really need a coach to kind of help you get out of your comfort zone, encourage you to do it, and also show you their real life examples of how you can see success doing these things. So for me in my life, that coach was Louise Henry. Again, I found her from her very active YouTube channel, and I just loved her very down-to-earth, sensible, logical, practical, human-friendly vibe that she gave off. So I joined all of her programs. I've invested in practically everything that she has. And all of her programs are the ones that actually got me going as a business owner. My first coach is the one that pointed me in the right direction so that I could understand what type of business I wanted and to try to think about how I could approach the market and how to do the research and get all those foundations in place. But then after you do that, you obviously need to start making sales. Otherwise, you don't have a business. So Louise is the one who stepped in to teach me all of those things. So with her is how I learned about building the websites, getting the social media platforms up and going, email marketing, automation, sales strategy, visibility strategies. I got better with video just from watching her. So that was such a core and crucial component of learning how to actually get going in business. This is the most important part of your entire business journey. Because if you don't get going and you don't get that momentum, you will start feeling discouraged. You'll start feeling like maybe business isn't for you, or maybe you should go back to your 9-to-5 job. So if you feel like you're spinning your wheels at all at that stage of business, then definitely consider hiring that type of coach. Now let's talk about the third type of coach that you need. The third coach that you absolutely need in your business after you have already done work with the first two is the visionary strategist. This is the person who is going to step into your life once you feel like you have an idea of how to get consistent sales, you're comfortable with the systems that you have set up, and you feel like you are actually in business. Then this visionary is going to come into your life and show you how much bigger this dream of yours can actually be. They might even inspire you to try some new things in your business and try some new type of programs and new type of offers. They might ask you to extend your audience a little bit. The role of this third type of coach is so important, especially as you are starting to scale your business. They are the one that is going to help you innovate in your business, because many business owners keep selling the same type of offer and doing their marketing the same type of way for years and years without ever adding new stuff because they just get comfortable in that grind. So this third type of coach, the visionary, is going to ask you, what can you do differently? What can you do better? Are you sure that you are answering the actual problems that your audience is saying that they have? What else can you offer them? How can you up-level what you are currently doing? And this visionary coach is probably the one who is going to get you to stop just thinking about your short-term goals, but instead expand that to your longer-term vision. What are the things that you really want from your business? What is it that you want to see changed in your life? What more of an impact can your business make? It might actually be far bigger than what you had originally thought. So now that you've gotten your sales foundations out of the way and you are comfortable with making sales and building this business of yours, that is the right time for your visionary coach to start pointing you in that direction so that you can see what else you can do in your business. It doesn't necessarily mean about getting bigger in the sense of having more of a team or any of that stuff. Sometimes it might just be to expand your thinking. You might have started your business with a certain intention in mind, but it doesn't mean that that intention has to stay put for 5, 10, 15 years. At some point, somebody might have to shake you a little just to expand that vision and try to really squeeze out all of your full potential. So this third type of visionary coach is going to do that for you. So for me in my life, that third type of coach is a gentleman named Siddharth Rajshekar. We call him Sids. So he's based out of India, and I bumped into him through a webinar that I saw promoted in YouTube. So once I saw that webinar, I just really liked the vibe that I got. I joined his paying program, the lower ticket one at first, just to get a sense of what was going on here. And I could see that the people in his community, and we're talking about tens of thousands of people, they were actually thinking at a very higher level. They weren't just ingrained in the day-to-day operational side of their business. They were thinking about how they could impact more people, how they could serve very selflessly. I noticed that most of them are very family-minded people. They're not trying to think about how they can work more. They're trying to think about how they can spend more time with their family and with their loved ones doing the things that they want. They're all very spiritually focused folks, and they like to give back to charity. So those were some things that hadn't actually come into my sphere while building my business. But those values really aligned and resonated with me deeply. So this is how I found my third visionary coach. It's with this coach that I even changed some offerings that I have and then started thinking bigger about, am I just a video coach, or could I actually impact people in a bigger way than I had thought? It's really necessary at some point of your business for someone to come along and remind you that you can actually even do more than you thought. You have even more potential than you had originally thought. So for me, this person was Sid's, and that's the stage that I'm at now. So you definitely need all three of these folks at some point. In addition to these three type of core coaches that you should have at different points in your business, of course, you can always hire other technical coaches too to teach you different skills. For example, at some point, you might want a video coach to help you to get on video. You might want to have an email marketing specialist to help you learn how to automate your emails and how to get a system like that up. You might want to learn about webinar selling, or you might just want to learn about how to do some graphic design. So at some point in your business, you will have to hire all these other type of specialist coaches. They're there to help you fill a certain need and a hole at that moment so that you can take the next step. But definitely these three type of coaches that I mentioned, these are the higher ticket coaches. These are the ones where you will have to invest a little bit more heavily, because the benefit and the transformation that you are hoping to get from them is going to significantly improve your clarity as you move along on your business journey. Remember, being a business owner is a constantly evolving process. You may have to invest in coaching from many different types of people until you feel like you are really aligned with the direction that you are heading in and you are feeling like you are making progress. Don't ever stay stuck to the point that you start getting discouraged and feeling like business isn't for you or that you can't move forward. It's at that point that you really need to ask around or look around so that you can ask somebody to help you get unstuck. That's the entire point of a coach's presence in your life. So it is not worth it to go deep into that level of discouragement when there are so many coaches that are available to help you. So depending on which stage of your business you're in, make sure that you look out for coach number 1, 2, or 3 so that you can move forward in the direction you want to go. Now, if you like this video, I hope that you will give it a like, share it off with one of your friends. Don't forget to subscribe, because every single Tuesday, I bring you a new video teaching you how you can add video to your business. So until next time, take care.